Liam, back to winning ways in the Betfred Championship with an 18-10 victory over Batley Bulldogs at a swamp-like Shea Stadium. Moving on to this weekend in round 4, we're going to go over to the DCBL Stadium to face Widnes Vikings. There's a 4G pitch over there. How much of a different challenge will that pose to your side this coming Sunday?
Yeah, in comparison to what we've played on so far this year, massive change, and one we're looking forward to. Obviously, we train on a 4G all the way through winter, as most teams do, to get on the training field. So yeah, it'll be a different challenge, but one we're looking forward to, getting on a firm surface. Well, hopefully the weather conditions are pretty fair as well, and yeah, we can have a look at what we're like in a bit better circumstances.
Does it allow you to change your game plan completely from a game like a bit of a slugfest against Battle? Does it allow you to sort of go out there with the plan to be a bit more expansive?
It just allows you to play how you want to play, doesn't it? A little bit more. I think every coach and every team would admit that the conditions that we played in on Sunday is a completely different style to what everybody prepares for. Obviously, you've got to dig in and find a way to get the job done at the time. But I don't think there's any team in rugby league that prepares to play in them conditions on a weekly basis, which is so far this season seems to have been the stock weather for us. But hopefully from this week onwards we can move forward into spring and see what we've got in these conditions.
The Vikings are undefeated at the moment. They'll be in a confident mood. You've done your homework on them. What sort of threats do they pose, and where do their strengths lie?
Yeah, they're a well organised team. They've got a good organising half in Tom Gilmore, who gets them around the park and does his job well, which means the other 12 that are on the field at the same time as him know their role, and they can focus on just doing their job. So I think the organisation and the backfield, they've got a little bit of speed and power coming out of backfield in two wingers, but and ins a little bit different from each other, but one's pretty powerful and strong in contact, and the other one's fast and dynamic and causes trouble. So we'll have to do a job on our kick chase and getting up there and try to limit those boys getting their set started, and then off the back of it, obviously, like I said, they're well organised and they've got some decent strike players in the back row and up front. So yeah, it'll be a good challenge, but one we're looking forward to.
But you'd say that our pack are battle hard, and our halfbacks kicked really well on that Sunday against Batley, so that we've got to go there and put our best foot forward and show what we're all about, would you say? Yeah,
absolutely, yeah. Obviously, you know, the question was about around what Widnes threat are going to pose, but you know, conversely, we're confident that we've got plenty of quality in our team to challenge them as well, and obviously the halfbacks and how they've been playing is one of those. The pack have dug in and done it tough last week and the last few weeks, so they'll be looking forward to hopefully having a little bit more play in them this week and opening their game up a little bit. And yeah, outside backs hoping to get a little bit more clean ball, which we know we can do that. We just haven't had the opportunity on a Sunday to do it yet.
We've seen Connor Davis pick up a charger, 2-game ban from the Batley game. Obviously, he'll be available for the Widnes game, but then missed the next two. With being down on troops at the minute, how much does that affect your preparations and your planning for the next couple of games?
Yeah, we're just planning for this week. He's available this week. He'll be playing this week, and he's been playing really well. So I expect him to play well again this week and do his job for the team, and we'll address that and deal with it next week. Obviously disappointed for him, a little bit of an unfortunate one. He got stuck in an awkward position, and you know, we accept what's come as off the back of it. You know, safety in the game is paramount, and we'll have to deal without Connor for a couple of weeks, and it gives him a chance to freshen up and pick his training back up, and he'll be back in contention for the Featherstone game, I think it is.
And in terms of injuries, we saw Joe Keys leave the field with what looked like a bad head injury, looking a bit worse for wear. Was he the only casualty? What's his condition, and is there anyone looking likely to return to the squad anytime soon?
Yeah, Joe's just going through his concussion, return to play. He's pretty all right within himself, but he has to go through his protocol and make sure he's all right when he's available. And obviously, as most people know, it's a like 11-day minimum period now, so he won't be available this week. And yeah, everything else is as it was, and hopefully within the next couple of weeks there'll be a few starting to appear out of the sort of injury room, and we can get a few faces back, which would be a positive to freshen up a little bit.
Doing things tough in terms of groups. It's still early in the year. Is this a good time to, obviously we'll dig in and we'll do what we can with the squad members that we've got, but if you're allowed to pick up wins now before the pitches firm up, is that an added bonus and really set you up for what could be a good sort of springboard into a decent league position come mid-season?
I think everybody wants to start well, don't they? And get a few wins on the board, and we're no different, and we've not got any excuses, be it weather or injuries or anything. I think everybody else is in pretty much the same boat. I think I've spoken about it before. You know, we're sort of 7, 8, 9 games into the season, but only 3 games in the league. So at any point when you've played 8 or 9 games, every club's picked up a few injuries and a few suspensions, and they're starting to rely on the squad depth and people around it, and then you sort of filtering in and out throughout the season. So yeah, it is what it is. We'd have liked to have been 8 or 9 games into the league season by now, but we're not. We're 3 games in. We've got quality players available to play. They're getting selected and they're doing the job week to week, and I'm confident in them, and hopefully they can get the job done on Sunday. Obviously,
it's after the Easter period in Super League when players start to become available in the loan market. Is that something that you've looked into, maybe bringing somebody in at this point?
We're always looking. We've got the relationship with Leeds. You know, we're not panicking by any stretch of the imagination, because panicking doesn't really get you anywhere in most situations in life. But yeah, if someone's available that we want to bring in, then yeah, if they're going to improve us as a team and as a squad. But if not, like I said, I'm confident in the lads that we've got here, and if we've got 17 fit players available to go out there on a Sunday, I'll back them to get the job done, regardless of who it is from our squad or the lads that Scott and Rowan are offering us from Leeds, who are good quality players with great potential. So yeah, I'll back us to go out and compete and do the best and perform week in, week out. Won't always get the job done, but the effort and the energy and enthusiasm will always be there.
Finally then, the supporters really got behind the boys on Sunday when they were putting the bodies on the line time after time, defending their own line. They were really now loud and vocal. You must be hoping that the same thing this Sunday, they get behind the boys and over there in numbers to drive us onto a win.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes a massive difference. It's great when we play at home and everybody gets behind us and the atmosphere's up. And obviously over at Widnes is a pretty tough place to go. It can be pretty vociferous crowd over there, if that's the right word. They're pretty vocal, and you know, can be quite intimidating to play in. So the more Halifax fans that are there supporting us and getting behind us and giving the lads that little bit of extra support, that they've got something there, the better.